Hey, what's up, everybody? MysterySchooler here. Welcome. We got a quick presentation today. We got Lord Rama's Bridge, aka Adam's Bridge. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with this legend, but I think it's pretty interesting that the landmass where this bridge was supposed to be built is actually still there. So yeah, interesting stuff. All right, we got Shari Ives in the house. Welcome. Good to see you, Shari. Now, just a quick little touch up here on the story. The far left here, we got Rama. His girlfriend was kidnapped by a demon king, Ravana or something like that. So Rama's got to cross the ocean. He's got to cross to Sri Lanka. So he's got his army of these things on the right are called VANARA. Now these VANARA are ape-like humanoids. They're deities. They're powerful. They're really powerful. They remind me of Goku and Saiyans and all that stuff. I don't know if you guys ever watched Dragon Ball Z. All right, we got Caucasian Sasquatch in our house. Caucasian Sasquatch says, "Little early, bud. I'm familiar with this one." Oh, okay, cool. Glad to hear it, man. Welcome. We got Meta Yarb to Yarby. What's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Shari Ives says, "There's no chocolate in Sri Lanka today." Okay. So yeah, these are those. Rama is one of those blue deities you see in other mythologies. The Ramayana, the Mahabharata. You guys hear the music okay? Without any further ado, we're just going to jump right into it. But yeah, this depiction these guys on the right, pretty consistent with Vanara depictions. You're going to see here we got some ruins that have these guys on there. We're going to go over their origin story a little bit. Strap in, guys. It's going to be a good presentation today. All right, so really quick, from Wikipedia, we got Adam's Bridge, also known as Rama's Bridge or Rama Setu. Now, they say it's a chain of natural limestone shoals. That's not what the legend says, but I like to show you guys both sides. Now, this feature is 48 kilometers, 30 miles long, and it separates the Gulf of Mannar, southwest, from the Palk Strait, northeast. Some of the regions are dry, and the sea in the area rarely exceeds 1 meter, 3 feet in depth, thus hindering navigation. It was reportedly passable on foot until the 15th century when storms deepened the channel. Ramathanaswamy Temple records say that Adam's Bridge was entirely above sea level until it broke in a cyclone in 1480. Wow, so this thing was entirely above sea level at one point until a cyclone messed it up in 1480. Interesting. Now, I'm going to raise the question, because they say a lot of these, continent connecting bridges or whatever are they're limestone shoals. And my question is, are some of these shoals really melted old world sea bridges? You guys are going to see why I say that in a minute here, because the legend is very different. It's not limestone or it's not a natural occurring thing. Now, you guys probably remember last week we were going through some old photos, old images, and I checked out this guy out here on the right. And I know this isn't that unusual a thing, because it is established that ancient tribes would domesticate things like monkeys and stuff like that. But guys, check out this guy, huh? I don't know if you guys can see him there. He's got the crown, he's got the staff. You're probably asking what's a Vanara. That's what we were just going over. These are the Vanara. Now maybe you guys can see what I'm saying. This guy on the top left, a descendant of these guys, maybe? I don't know. He's got the crown. Looks pretty similar. Let's check back on the chat real quick. Caucasian says, "Go look at Sorta Odd. I suspect a pontoon and reedway." Okay, interesting. Well, in the local stories, In the Ramayana, the Vanaras were created by Brahma to help Rama battle against Ravana, the king of demons. The Vanara are powerful and have many godly traits. Rama first met them in Dandaka forest during his search for Sita. That's his girlfriend. An army of Vanaras helped Rama in his search for Sita and also in the battle against Ravana, Sita's abductor. Nala and Nila, Vanara chieftain, built a bridge over the ocean so Rama could cross to Lanka. That's this bridge, guys. As described in the epic, the characteristics of the Vanara include being amusing, childish, mildly irritating, badgering, hyperactive, adventurous, bluntly honest, loyal, courageous, and kind. And I thought that was interesting. They got kind of like a childlike spirit, but they're really mighty warriors and they're pretty tough. You wouldn't want to mess with them, that's for sure. Again, reminds me of Dragon Ball Z a lot. Flat Sabbath says enlightenment. Hey, what's up, buddy? Welcome. Two flat thumbs to you, my friend. We got Meta Yarb. Yarby says, I heard great apes helped build it with humans. I wasn't there, so I don't know. Yep, exactly. We don't know, so we know. That's Sherry Ives says, that's me, Black Heart, haha. Oh, gee, I wonder who you are. I can see everyone's IPs from the day one, haha. Oh. Here we go again, guys. You tell me. Looks pretty similar to me. But yeah, here they are constructing Lord Rama's bridge so that he can cross to Sri Lanka. Yeah, and with them flying and stuff, this is consistent with the mythology, and the Hyperboreans in Greek mythology also could fly, and Tibetan monks, there are depictions of Tibetan monks, they could fly as well. So I don't know. Again, kind of reminds me of Dragon Ball Z, huh? All right, we got Homeless in America. What's up, buddy? Haven't seen you in a while. How you doing, man? All right, we got Morgan in the house. What's up, Morgan? It's good to see you, man. Hey, man. Yes. All right, welcome. Caucasian Sasquatch says, so there's an account from around 1100 of a Chinese trader who described walking to Sri Lanka. Oh, wow. Okay. So do you think that he crossed this Lord Rama's bridge or whatever you want to call it? Wow, that's interesting. In the Wikipedia, it said that Rama's bridge was actually above water until 1480 when it was destroyed by a cyclone or something. Yeah, we just went through that. All right, we got Frigga and Hella Black in the house. Blessings, y'all. Hey, God bless. Welcome. Thanks for being here. You ever hear of this one? We got Lord Rama's bridge. Yeah, this is how they say it was constructed. And we're going to go over some of the ruins in the nearby area, guys. Massive, megalithic, the whole 9 yards. They got depictions of these guys all over it. Intricate, ornate detail, the whole 9 yards. Well, I gotta check out what you're talking about, Caucasian Sasquatch. That sounds interesting. Chinese trader who described walking to Sri Lanka. Okay. Yeah, and I thought this was interesting, guys. I was at first just looking for more depictions of Vanara, which are there on the right. But as usual, I was distracted. Look at these gears on the left, huh? I really doubt someone chiseled it to be gears like that. I think that some of these things we're looking at could have been metallic before they were melted. You could see the scorch marks on this thing in the upper left-hand side. You could look at these ruins. You're going to see as we're talking about as we keep going on. But these things were hit by something melty, something hot for sure. And I think sometimes that we see these structures, we go, oh, they're stone. And really it's like petrified metals. Copper looks like stone when it becomes petrified. So I'm just saying, is it possible this was metallic at one point on the left here? You see, doesn't it look like a gear? Unless you guys think someone chiseled a stone gear, I don't know why the hell you would do that. Obviously, it's not going to work like one. Look, if you look at the top right of the game, there's another one as well. I think that was once an operating piece of machinery. Whatever you want to call it. Yeah, you can see the depictions of the Vanara on the right. Interesting stuff. I mean, they are all over these temples. Like, it's not just like, oh, here's a picture of them, that's it, they existed. Like, bro, these things are everywhere. Like, if they were fake, then they sure were obsessed with them. I'm just saying. So, as usual, to me, the architecture and the story is consistent with what's actually there. The only thing that's inconsistent is the mainstream description of it, you know, but whatever. Yeah, check that out, though. And yeah, you know, here it is from Google Earth. I mean, it's exactly as it says in the Ramayana. Everything it says in the Ramayana is consistent with where this thing is, why it was put there. The local temples around it are consistent with the story. Like, what the heck, right? I'm like, mythology, it's actually there. But then people will say, oh, well, you know, the myth was made around the land, about the land structure. It's like, but why? Why would you see, like, you know, a naturally occurring looking, like, barge of sand or something, right, to cross across and go, oh, I know what built this. A giant army of monkeys that fly, and in the Ramayana, blah, blah. Nah, dude, it's not just some made-up story. That's what they saw. That's why they put it there. Hello? Do you have any idea how protected these texts are and stuff? It's not just for fun. Oh, Morgan says he dreams of these things. Okay, interesting. I mean, they don't seem too different to us. Sometimes I wonder, like, are we VANARA? You know what I'm saying? They just tell us we're humans. You know, the difference between man and son of man. Huh? I don't know. Sometimes I wonder. Like, were we pygmies? Are we really pygmies? Are we really VANARA? Something like that? Something different? Are we really humans even? I don't know. Yeah, here it is up close, guys. Adams Bridge or Ram Setu. I'm sure you guys are noticing a lot of similarities with Rama here in Christ. So what do you guys think about the Georgia's guidestones getting blown up? Huh? What's that all about? I'd like to hear you guys' opinion on it. Caucasian Sasquatch, did you hear about the Georgia guidestones? I was live streaming when it happened, or the day or something, and someone came on my channel and said, "Hey, did you hear about the Georgia Guidestones?" I was like, I just started describing the Georgia Guidestones, and he was like, "No, they blew up." I was like, "What? What the hell?" Yeah, so it's pretty much like you just have to have a complete disregard for legends and your ancestors. If you want to believe that it's not Rama's bridge and it's just sand or whatever, that's fine. But I believe that our ancestors were smart. I give them the benefit of the doubt, and I listen to what they tell me, even if it's been convoluted to language and time. So, you know, you could go with the narrative that schools of fish built this. I think this might have been, just like it says in the temples nearby, that this was Adam's bridge, and that, yeah, obviously something's happened to it. It's pretty melted, similar to the structures we were just looking at. Yeah. So that's really the difference between me and most people, is that I believe in the legends. I think the legends are just old stories that have been convoluted a bit, that's all. You know how many people I tell about this stuff and they instantly try to tell me it's a conspiracy theory or whatever? It's like, what conspiracy theory? It's right here, motherfucker. We're going to go over the Ramayana a little bit here. Now, Rama, the crown prince, subdued on the right up there being carried, was forced to relinquish his right to the throne and go into exile for 14 years. During his stay in the forest, his wife Sita was abducted by the evil demon king Ravana and taken to Sri Lanka. Rama organized an army consisting of VANARA, monkey humanoid deities, and led them to Sri Lanka, where a lengthy war broke out. In the end, Ravana was defeated, and Rama returned home with his wife to be crowned king. He did it. They ended up defeating the demon king Ravana. Yeah, what do you guys think? Don't forget, we've covered the tale of Barbaric, which is, also from the Mahabharata. And he's just basically a piece of technology. He's like an artificial robot head they discovered in the middle of the desert underground. Yeah, if you guys don't know about that video, it's probably my most popular video. I think I got almost 1,000 views on it. The tale of Barbaric. It's one of my first videos, but yeah, very interesting. In the middle of the desert, they were digging for water, for trying to make a well, and they discovered in a chest, a skull, but an artificial skull made of metal. I'm pretty sure this was the late 1800s or something. And the king at the time, this is in the Barbaric video if you guys want to know the whole story in more detail. I'm just going off the top of my head right now, but the king of the people who discovered the head, the metallic head underground, gathered all his scholars to try to figure out what the hell this thing was, right? And someone finally showed up with knowledge old enough to tell him that Barbaric was from during the Mahabharata or whatever, during this war. I forget what the war is called. There's some big war. And he's basically a Terminator robot. And he's got some Orwellian doublespeak programming where it's his objective to help every human help humans in the war or whatever. And he's asked, what will you do if one side's going to beat the other? He'll always join the weaker side. But since Barbaric always joins the weaker side of the war, basically it's just he's going to keep fighting the war until we're all dead or whatever. So it's like, yeah, it was interesting though. And then Barbaric was instructed to hand over his own head, and he does so. So it's like, man, this robot or whatever it is programmed to give its own head willingly on command, probably as fail-safe, right? But it's incredible. The more you read about these old texts, I mean, they got Wi-Fi, they got, good Lord, man. And there really is nothing new under the sun, if you ask me. And check out these guys. Some of these guys don't look human, some of them, huh? Oh yeah, Morgan says, yes, indeed, this is great. I believe in Vimanas. Yeah, the Vimanas are the legendary flying machines. Yeah, very interesting. I don't know if you've ever seen the pictures. I should probably do a video on that, the Vimanas themselves. But they're actually pictures of these big, what they call a stone. Vimana's still laying around. They're just still there from back in the day. Yeah, they don't operate still. They've been damaged by, again, this kind of event. They're melted. But, all this stuff is still there. We just look. It's a trip, man. Most people walk right back past everything and go, oh, statue. Oh, fish made that. Oh, the rain made that. And here's another depiction. They look more ape-like and less human-like in this one. But if you're trying to get like a mental picture on what these Vanara might have actually looked like, I would definitely go off of the ruins we looked at earlier. That's probably what they looked like. I'm pretty sure that's Rama's brother that's hanging out with him. I always forget his name. Setu or something. Yeah, his brother came to join him in his exile, huh? What a brother. All right, we got 7 watching now. Make sure to hit the like button, guys. Really appreciate all of you. Yeah, here's a depiction of the construction of Lord Adam's Bridge, huh? Lord Rama's Bridge. I thought it was interesting they call it also Lord... they also call it... It was later phrased Adam's Bridge. Like, it's almost like, oh, when they changed everything in Christianity, did they make that too? Like, oh no, it's not Rama's Bridge, it's Adam's Bridge, right? All right, we got Truth Loops in the house. What's up, buddy? Truth Loop says, "Hey, my brother and fellow soul surfers. Hey, welcome, man." Wow. Here's another depiction. This looks, if you ask me, a little more like the ruins. I mean, they still looked a little too monkey to me, but yeah, the ruins look a little more like this, like just a bit more humanoid than this and taller. When Rama's army reaches the ocean across from Sri Lanka, the Vanara construct a floating bridge across the sea by writing the name of Rama on the stones. According to the legend, the stones didn't sink because they had Rama's name written on them. And I thought this was interesting because if you look into other mythologies like Norse mythology and even Britannic or whatever mythology, Britain and all that area, King Arthur and all that stuff, they talk about carving runes onto things to give them specific powers, and that the shape of the rune actually matters. But then it makes you wonder, like, is this why they did what they did to language? Because language used to be more than just words. It used to be the words had meaning, and if you would inscribe them on things, it would actually do a specific thing. Some kind of strange form of magic. I don't know. It's interesting. Yeah, we got nithing poles. We got staffs. They'll put the hilt of their staff with writings, like Celtic stuff like that. Things like Merlin's staff. Yeah, what do you guys think about all of this, though? This is the question I posed earlier. Was are some of these old world shoals, whatever they want to call them, are these shoals really just old world bridges that have been damaged through some sort of cataclysm? Or what? We're gonna go over another one here in a minute. It's in Norway. I'm getting a little ahead of ourselves, so we still gotta go over some of the ruins of Angkor Wat. Yeah, here's another depiction. Now I noticed in this one, it seems like there's classes of Vanara, like the Vanara are able to command the regular monkeys or whatever you want to call them into helping them work. You see this? You see on the top right, we got the full-on humans or Rama, right? Deities. Then they're talking with Vanara, but they look like they're more humanoid and less monkey. And then below them, you can see just straight up monkeys, right, doing some of the labor. I don't know. I can't recognize if this is consistent with the mythology or not, but I thought it was interesting the social classes amongst the Vanara. And it kind of reminds me of the Sumerian gods and Anunnaki and all that stuff. Oh, there's ranks of Anunnaki like Ijiji and all that stuff. Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. That's a good point, Metayarb. Metayarby says, if you think in terms that Adam is a race of people, it makes sense. Cut out half of the builders from history. Oh, okay. Hey, gotcha, bro. Yeah. That does make sense, like son of Adam, right? I don't know if you guys have ever seen that movie or read that book, Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. But when the White Witch first sees the little boy Peter, one of the humans, children. She goes, "Oh, what's your name, son of Adam?" And I thought that was interesting. Like that's how they know that's how they know us. We're the sons of Adam. Yeah, interesting. Sons of Adam, like the atomic. I don't know. Trippy stuff, though. Gosh, it just how powerful word was Rama, huh? Because these VANARA, you guys are going to see later, are really powerful. I mean, some of them can breathe fire. They fight this war and win it for them. For Rama. They fight the army of the demons and they win. So these guys, these guys are mighty. So it just makes you wonder, for them to serve Rama just blatantly, brazenly like this, I don't know. Rama must be one bad motherfucker, huh? Yeah, it's interesting that I wish we had some photos. Apparently, before that's what the Wikipedia said. Before 1480, Adam was above water and was destroyed by a cyclone. And Caucasian Sasquatch was saying earlier that there's a story of a man who walked from China to Sri Lanka or whatever. So yeah, he must have crossed this as well. Well, interesting stuff. And they tell us in the mainstream narrative that our ancestors crossed the sea with these ice bridges and all this stuff. But was it really ice, or was it this? I would join the train and just say our ancestors are crazy. The thing is, the architecture that these stories are on top of, if you just know the architecture that the stories are on top of, you would know to give the stories more credence than just assuming our ancestors are crazy, because whoever made the temple was smart as hell. You get what I'm saying? Whoever erected this building was smart. So why would the message they put on this giant building they erected just be nonsense, just be religious zealotry? I don't think it would be. I think they would put on it very important information, or the truth, right? Yikes, man. Yeah, and here it is from a balloon satellite. Check that out. Wow. So what do you guys think? Schools of Fish made this? Or are the legends true? Yeah, I don't think it was fish, but hey. To be honest, the mainstream narrative sounds crazier than the freaking than the monkey army. I mean, aren't we a slave race too? Like, what the hell? What's the difference, dude? You don't believe in that? You are one. Isabel Live 2.0 says the final battle is over more sugar. The monkey gets the donkey to go get in the final battle. The final book of the series, in the end, the others cannot see the door to paradise or the banquet. Oh, okay, I see. Wow, check that out, guys. Did you know this? I almost never hear anyone talking about this. Surprised. Across continents like this. Up until 1480? That's nuts, man. Imagine what that would do to the economy if we had roads like this, huh? Just connecting between countries. And if we just didn't constantly bother everyone with passports and blah, blah, blah. We had free, true commerce. Could you imagine? That's what our ancestors had. That's why they thrived. We'll just build a bridge across the ocean. Like it's not even a big deal, you know? Wow. Now, in the context that they give us that these guys were, primitive and stuff, it doesn't make sense, does it? But with the context of our ancestors who were advanced, yes, now it makes a lot more sense, right? See, that's why another reason why I think our ancestors are far off ancestors, especially the ancients, were very advanced. You want to look for the primitive stuff, you look within the last 100 years. You start looking in the 1700s and stuff's advanced. The old occultists, the old French occultists and stuff, those guys were no dummies, man. You ever want to look into your ancestors and see just how smart they were? Just research 1700 alchemy and look at some of those labs those guys had. Some of them put modern labs to shame. It's incredible. We went over this in my Tartaria Mania video a little bit, but they had vacuums, they had all kinds of stuff. 1700s, even earlier. Meta Yarby says, look, real clouds. Yo, Meta Yarby, be careful of catfish in my chat, by the way. They're everywhere. Yeah, here's another depiction. Now we see these chariot-looking things that this guy's being pulled on. These, this ornate, I don't know what you want to call it. I guess chariot with wheels. We see these things, but they're stone now, and they're pretty massive, actually. See on the left, brother? Good to see you, man. How's class been, buddy? I missed the last one. guys doing some channeling, astral traveling. That's cool, man. In my opinion, we astral travel every night. Every time you dream. You guys ever hear that when you dream, you're actually having a dimethyltryptamine experience from your pineal gland? That when people dream, their pineal gland is active, and when you're dreaming, you're actually having a psychedelic experience. Yeah. And I keep noticing these depictions. I gotta read the story again because it's long, guys. The Ramayana is gigantic. Then the Mahabharata is even bigger. But what are these things on the left? It looks like anteaters almost. I've seen them in a few depictions now. Horse head or something, huh? See on the far left here, this guy? He's been in a couple of the last ones too. There must have been more races. Sometimes I wonder, in the same way that man is higher up now than the animals than we think, maybe when man was higher, the animals were higher too. So maybe the animals were more like us now, and we were more like our God state, or whatever you want to call it. You get? Yeah, check it out. They're inscribing the name, and it makes the stones float. A runic spell? Really reminds me of Norse, Celtic stuff for powers and stuff, rune stones. That's a good point, man. I mean, these monkey men, we don't know. They could have been 12 feet tall, 15 tall for all we know. Judging from the architecture, unless they just wanted to make it 3, they were probably around that size. And don't forget, all over Giza, all those statues are gigantic. Oh yeah, Max Vision remote viewing class says they may have been 80 feet tall like Adam. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, man. I mean, what is it? Adam's like what? So many cubits tall or something like that. And it's like hundreds of them or something crazy. Meta Yarby says, I'm going with true, and the life we are experiencing is false. Yep. Amen to that. It's crazy, man, because we had to unindoctrinate ourselves, And that's the difference between us and the others, is that they're not able to do that. They even suggest anything outside the textbook is no, bad. When it's mythology, you're allowed to assume that everything's just crazy nonsense. It's like, why do you teach it then, right? It's an old story. Spoiler alert. Now you guys are gonna notice it's kind of hard to see. That's because it's been scorched. All the bridge itself, okay? Anyways, yeah, you can see the VANARA on this war for Rama. They want it for him straight up. So, and you can see, yeah, gosh, it looks like this guy, he's got his left hand, he's pushing back this demon tiger-looking thing. His right hand, he's fighting someone off with a weapon. His mouth, he's breathing fire. Holy smokes, these guys were badass, dude. This is for sure where they got Dragon Ball Z from, if you ask me. Don't forget the hybrid, alien, basically. Ape hybrid. Very similar to this. Interesting stuff, though. So yeah, this battle happened. This battle happened. These things were real. Class has been great. Oh, cool. Yeah, I missed the last 2, I think. Sorry, but going slowly but surely, right? I should even like the 6 months or whatever I've known you. Yeah, your classes, you're getting like triple digit views now, huh? Good job, man. Congrats. Yeah, if you guys don't know about Max Vision remote viewing class, definitely check out his channel. He's live all the time. He's live 2 or 3 times a week. Very chill, very relaxed, open-minded chat. Definitely check it out. Yeah, Angkor Wat, here it is. What do you guys think? They just drew this for the fun of it? Primitive people, huh? They just chiseled it out, huh? Just chiseled it all out. Right there, this didn't actually happen. Okay, and here's some more of Angkor Wat. Yeah, you can see all over this thing are depictions of VANARA. And you can see the scorch marks, clearly burnt, clearly. I mean, just this day. If you can't see the scorch marks, I have nothing to do for you. There's nothing, I can't help you. They're freaking everywhere. This realm has been through multiple cataclysms. This thing might have seen 2 or 3 of them for all we know. Goodness. And I personally don't think it was as they tell us. I think that these cataclysms are more frequent and they're recurring, and they don't tell us because we get wiped out. The elite survive underground, they come back to the surface and start enslaving us again. And the cycle begins, all in a circle. And then we find the ruins. Most of conditioned society from the survivors tells us we're crazy. And the circle continues, right? Yeah, so here we are, guys. Angkor Wat, what do you think? Wow, so this is something easy that primitive people could just do, huh? So how many stone structures have you built? I'm just curious. Yeah, with all the perfect symmetry like this, and look at the edges and the corners, the ornate detail, the scale, the material. Goodness gracious, dude, you don't just do this. You don't just do this. Plus, do you guys remember what I was saying earlier? When metals are rapidly purified or underwater for a long time, whatever you want to call it, it looks like stone. Metals look like stone when they go through fossilization. Rapid petrification. Which will petrify. Pretty sure it's outrageous. Aliens did it. Well, that's cool, and I'm not gonna hate on anyone if you're pro aliens and all that stuff, but I think it would make more sense that our ancestors were just more advanced. Max Vision says the black-headed people, the monkey people, and men are in these texts. Yep. Mediyarb says I'd go back to the pub if there were more blue people and monkey men around. Yeah, right? They probably are a lot smarter. Well, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Agarthy or the Agarthy people live underground. But they're also supposed to have colored skin, like blue skin and stuff like that. And Yeah, we're gonna cover that on a future stuff. There are races of people that are maybe tall or have different color skins, and who knows what the Emerald Tablets both talks about having to go down deep in Amenti. It takes someone with a strong mind to go deep into the earth. What does that have to do with anything? Well, I theorize that our continent. So the further you get from your router, your star in the sky, your router, so the signal starts to wane. So that would explain why you need a strong constitution to go down there. I don't know. Isabel Live 2.0 says, look up at the temple you and whatever. Oh, yeah. I think I know what you're talking about, Isabel Live 2.0. You mean where they had a split from the androgynous man into what we are now? Because there are myths where they talk about whatever you want to call them, myths. Humans were once androgynous, but they divided us. They split us, and the first thing they did was the humans wanted to do after they were split was to go back together, and that was sex. Certainly explains a lot. Max Vision says, looks like each spire has 7 tiers. Yeah. Oh, okay. Interesting. I didn't notice that. I don't know if you guys have seen some of my other videos. If you want to understand a bit more of what this could be, what I interpret these kinds of structures as, you're definitely going to want to check out my video, Antiquitech Towers. You're definitely going to want to check out my Tartaria Mania Marathon video. Both those videos are in depth how radiant energy works and how you can harness it with towers. So yeah, that's how I think this stuff works and what it actually is. But we're gonna go with the mainstream narrative here. So some primitive morons made this stuff. There you go. Yeah, here's some VANARA on the left. Now this is what I think they look like. You guys, we've seen many depictions, but this is the real depiction, okay? Make no mistake. And you can even see here on the left, I don't know if it's just a coincidental damage from whatever happened here, but made some potential defacing. And look, you guys see, look at these scorch marks. Look, plain as day, give me a break. Look, scorch. It's all scorched. What did this? Someone took a blowtorch this motherfucker? Look. Dude. It's all melted. They tell me I'm crazy. Oh, the rain. Yeah, the rain melted it. Now who's crazy? Look. Look at the right on this detail. Oh my god. Oh my god. Half of the modern people couldn't put together a fucking picket fence, okay? And look at this on the right. Are you kidding me? You don't just do this. Let's do this. I'm gonna get back to the chat. Caucasian Sasquatch says Angkor Wat has a very interesting hydrologic feature. Oh, really? Like they had something like that? Viewing class says mud floods would have happened often for a while after the flood, with all those giant cooked pickled dead giants everywhere, slumping off huge chunks of. So yeah, here we are again. Paper airplane, guys. You know, you really think some primitive people built this? Do I even need to even go into how insane the notion of chiseling this out of the ground? I don't think I have to. I think it's clear with anyone for eyes to see there's all this bullshit, okay? That's what they do. They stack some scaffolding next to these things and go, oh, we built it. Finished. Yeah. Can you break you in the scaffolding looks like crap. Dude. What do you guys think when you see stuff like this? Yeah, sorry if the audio is choppy, guys. I don't know what to do. Yeah, Meta Yarb Yarby says, I never thought of the mud being flesh. Wow, interesting. Yeah, and Meta Yarb, definitely check out my Life from Clay video if you like that, bro. Yeah. You know, flesh is very clay-like and mud-like. And poop. You know, poop is very much like flesh clay. Alright, how's it going, man? I love Scott from Austin Powers. You guys remember Scott from Austin Powers on Dr. Evil? He's feeding Austin Powers his dinner before he kills him or whatever. And Scott's like, what do you just don't get it, do you, Scott? You don't. You just don't get it. Good to see you, brother. Welcome, welcome. We're just going over some Angkor Wat. It's unreal. And they're so aliens did it before the truth. You know what I mean? Oh, the aliens did it, of course. They'd rather us think an alien did it than the truth, which is that we did it. We're architects, guys. Hello. We've always had. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Robert Sepfer's work, but he has a book. Read the book, but he covers it a lot on YouTube. I would highly check it out. His channel and work. Oh yeah, this is very true. Max Vision remote viewing plans. They look like the large-scale landscape a lot. Yes, that's right. Decomposing body up close looks like valleys and rivers and. I mean, they need it for stuff like this because, I mean, they're trying to. Does this look like a primitive structure to you? I mean, I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. You know, they're so desperate to cover the truth, they'll even tell us that an alien did it before, you know, just the obvious truth, which is that we did this. Hello? Bidden Temple DNA splicing. And they have I'm definitely gonna have to check that out. Thanks for the breadcrumb. Do me a favor, guys. Hit that like button if you can. I really appreciate it. What do you guys think about this structure on the right? I mean, you were just pointing out earlier that most people can't fold a paper plane. You know, look at this. Struggling to find shelter and to survive and all this stuff and, you know, running through the sand, right? Look at this. Yeah, I'm not buying it. They were smart. Yeah, here's Angkor Wat again, guys. Scorched. Right. This isn't the simple result of time. You think that a building sits out long enough, it becomes burnt by itself? It might erode, right? It might fall apart a bit. To be scorched all over the place by like a huge fire? Nah, bro, that's not going to happen over time. How the fuck is that going to happen over time? Unless, you know, that happens every now and then. That's what I'm thinking. Sometimes by fire, sometimes by flood, sometimes by other things. More smart than us now. Is that such an outrageous claim? The legends are true, my friends. The legends are true. Angkor Wat. Legendary demon battle happened here with the VANARA. The giant monkey humanoids. And just look at this place. Does this not look like something built for bigger people? Does this not look like a giant place? You guys have to understand that a regular person is, you know, it's up to like the fifth step or on this thing, like on the bottom layer. I mean, this place is absolutely enormous. And again, look at the ornate detail. Gosh, so beautiful. All right, up next, we're going to take a break from Lord Rama's bridge, because the question I posed at the start of this presentation was, are some of these ocean roads we have nowadays simply built over old world damaged bridges? For example, Lord Rama's bridge, if we put a road over, right? Well, that's just what I think they've done with this road, the Atlantic Ocean Road. And it's a Norwegian road. County Road 64 runs through the archipelago. Municipate Momsdale, County Norway, passes Hustad Deep. But yeah, check this out though, guys. Now tell me this doesn't look similar to Lord Rama's bridge. Now, just how many of these roads are built over old world sea bridges? Was this possibly an old world sea bridge? Like Adam's Bridge? You tell me, guys. I'm not going to say it's not natural, because I don't know. It could very well just be natural and we just built over it. But I'm really starting to wonder, with some of the things we're seeing around the world, was this some kind of structure we built over that got melted beyond recognition to the point we call it mountain or hill or whatever? It was really a landmass, a bridge connecting the continents. Don't forget, the mainstream narrative tells us our ancestors walked between the continents on ice, so it wouldn't be so hard to believe. Yeah, what do you guys think? Were these modern bridges built on the foundation of ancient sea bridges? Sure looks similar to Rama's bridge to me. At least the foundation. Oh, incredible, huh? We're advanced nowadays. It's not such a ancestors are so primitive or whatever. Why don't we have more bridges like this across oceans?